everyone, this is Tim, and this video is going to be the first in a series of videos that will be a little out of the ordinary as far as its subject matter is concerned. And the motive for making these videos began last year when taking a trip back east in the motorhome. A question about life had come to me. A simple yes or no question. Not a question that I had, but a question that I wanted to ask others, as I already knew the answer. I just wanted to see where other people were in regard to this matter of life. And I asked a university professor, I asked some people on Twitter, I submitted the question to a Facebook group, and I'd say at least 100 people responded to the question, and everybody got it wrong. One guy on Facebook, he submitted the right answer, but then he turns around and explains why the right answer can't be right. So, over the course of that time, the responses weren't surprising, but how I felt in the wake of all that was. And at one point I was visiting with my mother about this, and I'm like, Mom, can I ask you a question? She's like, sure. Says, simple yes or no question. It's not a trick question. It's just one answer is right and one answer is wrong. And I know why the right answer is right, and I know why the wrong answer is wrong, and I know why the people who insist on the wrong answer being right do so. And so I asked her, and much to my surprise, she got it right. So that was a much needed encouragement at the time. But after returning home here to Arizona, as I said in other videos about buying this piece of real estate here and getting all the permits to start developing the property and building a house, after returning here at the end of the year, it was brought to my attention that the property that I had been living on was sold, and the new owner allowed me to continue staying there to overlook it, as he didn't live in this area. But in March, he found someone that was willing to rent the building and all the land. So after talking with this new tenant, I decided that I wanted to just find another place to live, especially now that I had this property that I wanted to work on regularly. So I found a place that's closer to the property, which is where I'm at now. And I was only here for 3-4 days, and it suddenly came upon me to put into writing the issue that this question reveals and what are the implications of it. So I wrote it all down in this document. This is 19 pages, and it doesn't have a title, but if it did, it would be called A Revival of Primitive Godliness. And essentially what it contains is a history of Christianity, my personal testimony as far as being involved in the Christian religion and my relationship with God, and also what is required for this revival to occur based on inspiration, knowledge, and experience. So, first started publishing this in like April. It was before Pulse Chain launched. And I started sharing it with people in my church, particularly higher level administrators, because the church I belong to is very structured. And although it only has a worldwide membership of 22 million people, we're in practically every country of the world. We run schools, colleges, universities, medical facilities, all kinds of stuff. So I mailed out copies to several people. And just recently, I took another trip back to Pennsylvania to visit family. And one reason was that I'm no longer going to travel in the wintertime, because in January of this year, I took a trip to Tampa, and the drive home was one of the worst experiences of my entire life. It's like the worst factors that one could experience taking a road trip all converged in a matter of like 3 days trying to get from Florida back to Arizona. So no more winter traveling, unless I'm going straight south to like Mexico or San Diego or something like that. But anyway, so I made a trip back east to, let my friends and family know that I may not be back for another year or so because of this house project. And another reason to go back there was to hand deliver some copies of this document to some people that I know back there and some people that I don't know, such as the conference president of our church, whose office happens to be located in Maryland, not too far from Washington, D.C. So, anyway, this document will be available to read on my website if anybody wants to read it, or they can just stick around, because I will be going through this document in the next video or two and commenting on what is written, why it's written, the significance of all of that. So that way, some people don't like to read, and anyway, I'm going to share it. So, but that will be next time. I'm going to stop for now and talk to you all soon. Bye.